Pisces, how are you doing, my cutie patootie, looking all that so good? Welcome back to the channel, dear Pisces. Welcome to your funny and your most favorite Armenian guy, where I serve and I slay. For my cutie patootie Pisceanas and Pisceanos. So dear Pisces, today I'm going to be doing your reading for the month of September. And in this reading, we will be taking a look at your recent past, your current situation, your upcoming future, as well as what is the main challenge for you, the main energy. I'm going to clarify all of them. And I will also close with an advice as well as one oracle card from the Healing Waters deck. I want to express my sincere and genuine gratitude to you, dear Pisces, for being here onto the channel. For those of you that have been with me from the beginning or joined me, I want to say thank you. You're so welcome into the House of Renaissance. And for those of you who just found me, I want to say welcome. Make yourself feel comfortable and let's get into your reading and see what's going on for you, dear Pisces. I have been doing quite a few meditations and breath work before I actually started doing the reading. So I just finished Cancer, Scorpio, and I'm focused on you right now. You know how much I love you and I appreciate you, dear Pisces. Okay, so dear Pisces, your main challenge for the month of September is the Queen of Swords, and the message here, it says, I speak my truth with clarity and compassion. And at the bottom of the deck, what you don't see coming here is the Temperance, and it says, I create harmony, followed by the Star. It says, I'm inspired, and the Magician, I am confident. Wow. Your challenge here, dear Pisceana, has to do a lot with speaking to someone. It has to do a lot with a conversation and a speech, a dialogue that is going to take place between you and someone else. You could be really wanting to say something that maybe this is a conversation that you've been waiting for, or you've been really wanting to say something and to express yourself in a way that comes from a very compassionate place. I know you're a very compassionate, kind soul and a sign. And you're very psyche. You know that something is about to happen, and this is very much tied up to you wanting to create peace and harmony between you and another individual. Okay, so, or someone could be wanting to have a conversation with you. We're going to clarify this shortly, and I also want to mention that on September 7th, we are having the lunar eclipse in the sign of Pisces. It's going to be in your sign, and this is about culmination, and you're the one that you have been through all the signs, Pisces, right? You've been through each sign, and you're a very mature, wise, smart sign. So it's like you may feel like that some part of you, like there is different aspects of your life that you're going to let go of. Okay, so we're going to talk about that shortly, but this is very significant for you, and I think that September is going to be the month for you where you are setting yourself on a new foundation with a specific person, with a job, in your health also, okay? We're going to talk about this shortly. In the recent past, you have the Eight of Pentacles, the Queen of Cups, and the Ten of Swords. So in the recent past, Queen of Cups is you. I see here you getting very much involved into a connection here, dedicating yourself to a relationship, a connection. But Ten of Swords here is an ending, okay? Some sort of a situation here came to a very painful ending, and we're going to talk about this shortly. In the present moment, dear Pisces, you have the Queen of Wands, Six of Swords, and the Seven of Pentacles. Some of you are dealing with either a Gemini, Aquarius, Libra. I'm getting here Leo, Aries, a Sagittarius, or a Capricorn, okay? Could be a Virgo as well. So in the present moment here, I feel like somebody here really wants to have that warm or heartwarming conversation with you and to heal things with you and move on. Six of Swords in the original tarot shows people on a body of water, on a boat, that are transitioning from turbulent waters to a destination where the waters are very calm. So I feel like there is a healing, there is a transition in your life that's happening. I think your emotions are transitioning from like whatever you were feeling before to a higher frequency. You are starting to really feel more joyful and happy and really having this warmth towards yourself and towards a specific person, okay? We're going to talk about how this is going to unfold for you in the present moment. Now, in the near future, you have the King of Wands, the Knight of Wands, and the Seven of Wands. So in the near future, there is a lot of passion, a lot of sizzling, hot, honey, passion that's going to be taking place. There is a lot of action. Okay, I'm seeing here action being taken place between you and another person, and you and this person sharing the same vision. However, because you know I don't sugarcoat stuff on this channel, right? I am a straight shooter and I talk exactly the things that we need to hear for us to level up. Not what we want to hear, but we need to hear. So I feel like that in the near future, there is some sort of an obstacle and a difficulty that you may face with this person and this connection, but I do see here that's actually going to be overcome. It is overcomable, if that's a word. Okay, we're going to talk about this shortly, but you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck. Everything circles around to you creating peace, to you finally shedding off this old skin, letting go of some sort of a conflict and forgiving and being forgiven. And there is a lot of compassion and love and warmth coming towards your way in the month of September. Okay, so, and as I'm splitting the deck at the bottom, there is the Ace of Cups and you have the Knight of Wands again. Okay, the Knight actually seems to have a really good wand. You know we love a good wand. So let's get into your challenge and talk about the Queen of Swords. Let's talk about the Queen of Swords, dear Pisceana. So the Queen of Swords is clarified by the Three of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Four of Pentacles. Okay, so it looks like there's some sort of a situation that ended between you and another person. Okay, some sort of a cycle came to a closure. There is an opportunity. Okay, the cards are here. I'm not making it up. The cards are right here, and I'm going to clarify, honey. There is an opportunity to actually work things out with this person. Three of Pentacles talks about collaboration. It's a very collaborative energy. It's the spirit of reunion. It's the spirit of really wanting to build something very profound. And I do strongly feel like here, dear Pisces, that this is somebody that you really strongly have been holding on to. Even though things ended between you and this person, I'm getting here a strong Sagittarius energy, by the way, Temperance is here, but you have been wanting to heal things with this person, but it looks like there has been a separation and also this silence, the World card, okay? There was an ending that happened, but also your challenge here is how really you want to move forward with this person. First of all, the Wheel of Fortune talks about that this person that you met and you encountered in your life and had some sort of a connection, this is someone that's part of your destiny. You both belong to each other's destiny, and the Wheel of Fortune here is also an indicator of a lot of abundance and wealth coming in towards your way. And I think that a lot of this has to do a lot with some sort of a forgiveness that's going to take place, which is going to actually remove the obstacles that have been coming in your way. Okay, when it comes to money and financial situation, it looks like a lot of things just have been really kind of like going south, but that's going to change for you because there is some sort of a blockage that's being removed, and you are going to have a conversation with someone here that's going to involve with that's going to bring a lot of clarity, and there is going to be a lot of compassion. When I say compassion, I mean that there is going to be healing and there's going to be forgiveness between you and this person. So in the recent past, dear Pisceana, you have the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, the Lovers. So it's clarified by the Lovers here, the Strength, and the Magician. So for many of you, this was a relationship that you either manifested out of nowhere or they manifested out of nowhere. Okay, so could have dealt with the Leo, Gemini here. I see here you really, really being dedicated to this person, wanting to work things out, right? We have the Lovers, the Strength, and the Magician. So some sort of a situation here, a relationship connection started working out pretty well. Though it seems like there was a lot of investment between you and this person. Let's talk about the Queen of Cups for you in the recent past, and this is you. So the Queen of Cups is clarified by the Seven of Swords, the Nine of Swords, and the Six of Pentacles. A lot of you were involved in this connection and with this person, and there was a lot of trust issues, okay? I'm getting this energy of possibly some sort of a deception, lies, doing things behind your back, and I think that this also has created some sort of a mental prison, mental agony, a lot of just, anxiety going on within you because of the things that happen between you and this person. And for some of you also, I feel like that maybe there was a very unequal give and take. There was this connection that turned into an unequal give and take exchange energy. So Six of Pentacles here shows that maybe you felt like you had to beg this person for their attention. You had to beg them for really to get back to you or to be honest with you, okay? So you realize that something here was just becoming very stressful, and maybe there was a situation that you either exposed or discovered that relates to this painful ending. Okay, 10 of Swords. And by the way, I literally just saw 10-10 on the timer. So 10-10 could have a very significant meaning for you, an ending basically that happened. Now, the 10 of Swords is clarified by the Empress, the 5 of Pentacles, and the King of Wands. Again, so a situation here unfolded between you and this person which left you out into the cold, okay? I feel like that for many of you, you felt very much either left out or abandoned by this person. And also you, even though you try to really care for this person, I see here you actually being the Empress in the recent past, okay? Being the one that was gonna take care for this person, could have been a Taurus, representing the Empress here. You really did your best to nurture this connection and to take care of this person, but things came to an end, okay? Things came to an end. 5 of Pentacles, abandonment, being out there into the cold, a lot of sadness here, and separation, okay? Very sad separation between you and this person. Now, let's talk about in the present moment, dear Pisceana. There is the Queen of Wands, okay? So it looks like someone here is having a shift and a realization within themselves towards you, okay? And this is something that this is energy, this is a spiritual connection and also chemistry. You know, I'm gonna be honest with you and I'm gonna say this to you. I don't really talk about those things a lot in my videos except to a situation or to the sign I'm saying, because you're a very spiritual person that you're watching this right now. Pisces, many times I've had situations in my life when all of a sudden, the more I meditated, the more I did breath work, the more I really got to be connected to the source, I started having an unexplainable, kind of unexplainable, immense amount of love towards humanity and towards even the people that did me wrong. Like literally, I started seeing these people from a higher level of consciousness and realizing that, you know, maybe this person really had a very bad childhood, or their inner child was not healed. You know, or maybe they grew up in a very dysfunctional family and it affected them. So I feel like that something is big, really shifting energetically speaking within your person, within you towards one another. And it's like you're gonna see a dream. I don't know why I'm always getting that. You're gonna see a dream of this person and you're gonna wake up feeling an immense amount of love towards this individual. Remember, telepathy is real. Okay, so I'm going to clarify the Queen of Wands, and it says it is clarified by the Page of Swords, the 6 of Cups, and the 9 of Cups. Sprinkle, sprinkle. First of all, the 6 of Cups represents a past person, someone that you have a very strong soul connection. It's a very spiritual card. This is you, and this is the conversation that's going to take place. 6 of Cups also talks about an energy or a person that's actually going to resurface for you. And it also talks about nostalgia, past memories. And I think that you are really ready to get involved into this connection. You really want to invest your time and your energy into this person, but there has to be a sense of equality. And there also, you want to make sure with the 6 of Swords that this person is no longer tied up to the past, whatever did not work out between you and them. It says, I leave behind what no longer serves me for a brighter path, right? So in order for you to really move forward and, you know, increase your finances and just, you know, really come out of this prison, there has to be forgiveness. Page of Cups. This is literally, for me, this is the card of apology and of forgiveness. Somebody here seems to be having a major deep realization about this connection. Page of Cups, okay? Could be a Scorpio as well, King of Pentacles, and the Ace of Swords. This actually is exactly what I was saying. Pisces, when this apology happens, when this conversation takes place, it's going to immensely affect your financial situation. Taurus energy, Capricorn, Virgo. The King of Pentacles is the richest person in tarot, okay? So this is somebody that's been through a lot, and also there is a lot of abundance, lavish lifestyle, and, you know, maybe you've been wanting to really be very successful in your career. You've been wanting to really be very, you know, like moving forward, right? So I do strongly feel like here that for many of you, you are definitely going to be able to see the changes in your life, that the blockages are getting removed. And you're getting this apology, and it's not coming from a place of pettiness, and nobody here is being petty. It's just more about understanding that something just shifted, something just changed within you and this person, that it's not even you're even waiting for this apology. You're not just sitting like, and it's not even that they are waiting. It just comes very naturally, and it comes from a place of the highest frequency, okay? The highest frequency is our heart. So the 7 of Pentacles is clarified by the 9 of Wands, the 10 of Swords, and the High Priestess. 7 of Pentacles, it says, It says persistence in my efforts will yield security. Okay, so for many of you, first of all, you might look back and you say, you know what, I was betrayed. This is the Ten of Swords actually that happened to you in the recent past. Some of you maybe felt left out. Some of you maybe felt like a little bit abandoned by this person, right? And this is this deck here with the Ten of Swords. I acknowledge that endings are necessary for new beginnings. So in order for you and this person to have a brand new beginning, there was a certain situation that needed to end. There was something very unhealthy, toxic, abandonment wounds, deception, lies, things like that that came to the surface. Nobody is perfect in this world. Nobody is perfect, and nobody can come and say, I have done the healing within myself. No, honey, healing is a continuous journey. If someone tells you, Pisces, and you are very psychic, you're someone that's very spiritual. You are the high priestess. Okay, if someone comes and tells you they have healed and they're complete, they're lying. That's not the truth. Okay, so I feel like that in the present moment, for many of you are really realizing about this connection, that yes, there was a lot of betrayal and pain and wounds and repetitive cycles, but you know what, it has pushed me to the highest timeline of my life. It has really allowed me to tap into my high priestess energy, which is about my frequency, which is about my manifestation, and also my spirituality. You're the hanged man. In tarot and in zodiac signs, you are literally like a very, very spiritual sign. So because you have been through all the signs and you're very wise and smart, so a lot of you are also like an empath. So you really feel deeply for people. You really have a lot of feelings and emotions for, even you can walk onto the street and you can see somebody not having something, you can start crying. You could be someone, Pisces, that you could be like, even, I don't know, seeing animals and your heart goes out for them. You know what I mean? Like that's the type of sign and a person you are. So for you to really process this pain that has happened in the past, I think it was at a very deep level. So maybe you have been hermiting, maybe you've been in a hermit mode, maybe you've been really wanting to do a lot of healing within yourself before you even are able to really get into a relationship with this person, or just in general even go out there into the world. So with the King of Wands in the near future, and it says I wield the power of leadership and vision. Okay, so the King of Wands, you could be also dealing with someone that comes from a different cultural background. So it could be an age difference between you and them. So the King of Wands is clarified by the Eight of Cups, the Seven of Wands, and the Five of Wands. So there has to be, one of the challenges here that I see, it actually showed up earlier than this one here. There is a conflict that needs to come to a resolution. And I see here that's something that both of you are going to choose to walk away from these conflicts, from these constant misunderstandings, on and off energy going back and forth with each other. Okay, so let's talk about the Knight of Wands here. There is some sort of an action. Someone here is taking action towards you. The Knight of Wands is clarified by the Knight of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Eight of Swords. So Pisces, if you have been feeling very uncertain, if you've been feeling quite, there's been a lot of questions in your mind. When is this going to happen? How is this going to happen? Which direction do I really move forward with this person? You know, the truth of the matter here is that someone here is going to be very open to you to make an offer. And this offer is going to lead to really realizing that with the Seven of Wands here, all of these things that you actually have been going through, it has made you more grounded. It has given you the courage and determination to speak your truth with compassion and clarity. And I think that because this person and you separated, there were a lot of toxic things and a lot of unhealthy things. You need to address that. You need to address that. I'm not going to sit here and just be giving you false readings and things like that. We don't do that here, okay? I'm a straight shooter. I keep it very straightforward, and it comes from a love, and you know that. That's why we are where we are today. So for many of you, I feel like that you're going to be really stating the truth with compassion and love. And maybe you want to recommend this person to get therapy. Maybe you want to, encourage them to do some sort of a holistic approach and health a lot more, okay, for them to be on the same frequency with you. And that is you also telling this person you're not settling for less, because not everything has to be focused onto the 3D. Not everything is all about money, house, designer bags, this and that. Spiritual frequency, everything is going to change everything. Your energy, change your life. Literally, change your frequency, change your life. People try to work so hard and people try to force things so hard, and it doesn't happen because they're in the frequency, in the old frequency of guilt, shame, abandonment, pain, and things like that. That's why they're like, why is this not happening? Got to change the frequency. How do we change the frequency? We change it through meditation, breath work, mindfulness, and also really start feeling the elevated emotions. People constantly want to reaffirm their past memories, their past pain, their past traumas. And the more they reaffirm those, the more their body keeps the score and those emotions, and they get stuck. That's why I do the work of Dr. Joe Dispenza. And I'm going to see Dr. Joe Dispenza in Tennessee, Nashville from September 14th to the 20th. So during this time, I'm going to be meditating a lot more, and I'll keep you in my thoughts and every single sign. But this is about really, why am I going the third time, right? Because I've seen the changes happening in my life. Because it's tangible for me, okay? And it's literally, it's frequency. And frequency carries information. It's from the quantum field. Now, the Seven of Wands is clarified by the World, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Two of Wands. So in the near future, I feel like that for many of you, you're going to realize that this ending that happened, okay, the World card, a cycle has ended into your life, and you made a decision to actually focus on yourself, heal on yourself. Ten of Swords. Situation that ended, it allowed you to have a brand new beginning. And guess what, Pisces? There is financial abundance that's actually coming in your way. Nine of Pentacles. This is somebody that actually is living a very luxurious, lavish lifestyle. And this is about also embracing the fact and understanding that, you know what, I'm going to live in the best way possible, and I'm deserving of money, I'm deserving of abundance, I'm deserving of love. So for many of you, I do see here you really embarking onto a journey where you could be even traveling a lot more in the month of September and the months coming forward, because you can see the globe in this person's hand, right? Like you could be going international, and you could be coming out of your comfort zone, trying new things. So there is a shift that's happening, and you know, this conversation, when it happens, it really strikes it brings this fortune, it brings these opportunities in front of you that you are going to be feeling the shift because you change your frequency, and you're also going to be able to really have a very heart-to-heart, strong conversation with this person that's going to lead you to a new beginning and bring a lot of harmony. Now, I'm going to see what is the main advice for you, dear Pisceana. And honey, if I'm speaking a little fast, is because literally I'm like channeling the messages. You know what I'm saying? I'm like tapped in. I've been fasting since this morning. So you have the Devil, you have the Emperor, and the Wheel of Fortune. Wow. You've got to be kidding me. 3 major arcana cards, right? The Devil here talks about, what is the message here? It says, I accept my shadow self, and then I'm in control and I'm flexible. So a lot of you, there is the Wheel of Fortune, money, abundance, blessings, and a new chapter that's going to unfold for you. Could be on the Capricorn, Aries, Leo, Aquarius, Taurus, and Scorpiana. Could be any other sign, but I feel like that for many of you, the advice here for you is to really recognize what is it that's unhealthy, what is it that's toxic, what is it that you really don't want to really continue in your day-to-day life with this person, with that person, could be family members, and cut it and be very specific about it, and just come from a very compassionate side and say, you know what, like this behavior is, I'm not going to tolerate this behavior. Like you're the one who is going to set the tone of a connection, of a relationship, by you just being very straightforward about it. I know that sometimes you give the benefit of the doubt too much, and you try to really swallow a lot of the truth and a lot of the things that you really need to address. So for many of you, you need to really address what is it that's unhealthy, what is it that needs to change. Because this new destiny that's going to come into your life, you're stepping into authority and power. And for this person to be with you on the same page, there has to be also acceptance of a shadow self. This person also, when the apology comes in, I do see it's coming from a place of love. It's just that you got to really solidify the facts and really see that this person is being very honest with you. And then you're going to decide how you want to move forward into a solid relationship and a connection with this person. But the butterflies here on the Wheel of Fortune also indicate rebirth, metamorphosis, and a brand new beginning that's going to take place for you in the month of September, in your finances, even your health situation. Okay, there is something about you really focusing on yourself and taking care of yourself big time. Okay, so let's see what is the Healing Waters message here for you, dear Pisceana. And you have beneath the surface. Okay, so beneath the surface, right? And it says, what's really driving you? True motives, breaking free. So you're getting to the bottom of the root. Just like I go to the bottom of the root of my readings. I don't do 8-10 minutes readings because those are not something, I don't do those. Okay, those are not substantial. Those are just like blabbing, hee hee ha ha, and that's it. We go deep on my channel. Okay, so there is a situation here in your life in the month of September that you're getting deep beneath the surface. This is about really accepting the fact you and your person also gotta go at the bottom of the root. Okay, shadow side, doing a lot of inner work, doing a lot of meditation, breath work, having mystical spiritual experiences, and breaking free. Look at the chains. These people are actually, they have the chains on them. Breaking free from the chains and the shackles from the past in order for you to enter into a new new foundation and true motives. And I believe that you are someone that you do have the true motives and the desire to break free from the past, break free from the hurts and the abandonments in the past, and even the financial hardships, and enter into the new timeline, okay? And I do see that's what's coming up for you. That's what's up. So dear Pisces, I love you so much. Served and slayed, baby. I'm your funny and your most favorite Armenian guy. From the bottom of my heart to yours, thank you, and I'll see you on the next one. Mwah.